we met, and I just want to give it back to you guys for also pouring into me today. Like you said, God does not fail in his connection. So you guys are absolutely amazing. And the entire team, guys, thank you so much for having me tonight. I just want to pour into you guys and show you an easy way to set and forget and get a bag. So if that's okay, I'm definitely here to do that for you guys. But Mike, you're totally right. Marlene, I love you guys. Thank you so much again. Like you said, retired from corporate America, took the skill set super seriously. I was working 70 hours a week. I slept for 4 hours a night to learn the skill of trading intentionally. And I got up from 2 to 6 a.m. in the morning to learn that skill. So now just, do a ton of teaching, but I am 100% chairman run right now. So I know God will put me back on that full-time teaching ladder here soon. But where I can pour, that's what I'm here. So if you guys are feeling good today, please drop some ones in the chat box. Let's see who we're talking to today. If you're feeling well, if you're blessed, if you're grateful, if you have gratitude for seeing another day, please drop some ones in the chat box. Mike, if you can do me a favor as well, if you could press record on your end, that way you guys can play it back, and any members that weren't able to get on tonight, they can watch it. But let's see. Perfect. Where's everybody from? I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. If y'all excuse my southern accent too, I'm gonna try my best.
I love it.
Where we from? And this training won't take long at all.
Yeah, got some people from Jamaica.
Fort Lauderdale, okay, Brooklyn, Jersey. Okay, Trinidad. Got a lot of New Yorkers in the house. I'm gonna have to make my way down to Fort Lauderdale, Mike.
Come on down, we got a spot for you.
Set it up. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, it's definitely nice to meet you guys. And again, thank you for having me tonight. I just want to just help everybody secure a bag, and let's get to it. So tonight I'm going to teach you guys something called the Fibs for Life technique. I'm pretty much known for knowing how to use Fibonacci, and now I'm also known for something called the instinct technique. But tonight we're going to focus on how to use the fibs. Even though the harmonic scanner already has Fibonacci within it, there's a secret back door that the scanner isn't generating yet. So I'm going to show you why we implemented this strategy, how simple it is. You can teach it to a 10-year-old. It's not hard at all. And also, and then we're going to show you different ways where you can kind of work around it. But there are going to be some rules you guys are going to have access to. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and send you these rules right now while I'm thinking about it. I have it in a PDF format as well, so you don't have to. You can definitely write it down if you want to, but I'm gonna drop the link in here so you guys will have that in your chat box. Here we go. So it's on the Google Doc. I wrote the rules on the Google Doc. So just in case you forget what we're gonna, and I'm sorry, that's the actual video link training. I'm actually gonna send you the rules. Hold on one second. I got the wrong link. YouTube. All right. Lost my icon. There we go. Fibs for Life document. All right, here we go. So I'm going to drop this in the chat box. You guys can hold on to this. It's also within that YouTube link I kind of accidentally sent. Well, I didn't accidentally, but premature sent. Here we go. Chat box. All right, there you go. So just in case you missed some notes on tonight, that's there for you. So I dropped it in the chat box. You guys have access to that. So I'm going to share my screen. And you guys can see, one second. If you guys can see the harmonic scanner, someone can unmute your line and let me know if you can see the scanner.
I can see it loud. I can see it clear. Perfect.
Okay. So first we're going to talk about why we implemented this strategy so you guys can have a full understanding, and then we'll give you the rules and go ahead and apply this tonight. So for very, very new people, if you don't really know how the scanner works, this is artificial intelligence. It's going to go ahead and give you the entry, the exit in your risk management. So basically you don't have to think. You don't have to worry about how to figure out how to trade. I know a lot of people come to the scanner and they're intimidated because of the structure of it. And it's actually beautiful once you understand it. But all you have to do is worry about these numbers on the right side of the screen. So whether new or old, if you've never really maximized this tool, you're really going to see how this is really going to help you. So any new person that I ever bring into the business, this is the first thing that we share with them. So it kind of gives people an initiative to get them used to looking at a chart, also gets them used to taking initiative. And you really, really see who's really serious about really wanting to learn the skill. And this puts you in the experience of trading as well, because once you set up for getting, allow your money to go to work, how many people ever made some money? You just like, oh my goodness, it made you feel absolutely amazing. So we want to keep that feeling going strong. So first, I'm going to go to the bottom here. Okay, so at the top of the screen, these are the pairs. Just for people who don't know, these are pairs. This is what's inside your MetaTrader 4. So if you don't have MetaTrader 4, download it to your phone. You can download it to your phone. MetaTrader 4. These are, this is what we're going to be using every single trade: entry, take profit, and stop loss. If you don't know how to squeeze your screen, you just put your mouse over in the right-hand corner and put your mouse over there, hold the mouse down and drag the mouse up and down, and we'll squeeze it so you can pull it in. I use a mouse every single time I'm teaching. So the ball I'm rolling, it squeezes the chart in. Also, there's a little icon right here that's invisible at the bottom that will, extend it out as well. So this is the pair name. Doesn't matter which broker, they all have the same responsibility, which is to create a pattern. Harmonic patterns, don't worry about learning the pattern itself. Just know that this is going to send you a trade, okay? These are the brokers, but just pick one. You can do any, mini, mighty, mo. And let's go down here to the bottom. So I want to show you guys something. All right, that's not one that we can use. I'm going to show you why we implemented this. It's not a complete pattern. Perfect. Here's one. Perfect. Okay. So what I want to show you guys is we typically know that for those who are familiar with what price has to hit take profit for us to make money, correct? If you understand it, drop some ones in the chat box. You understand that it has to cross one of these take profits for us to make money. Perfect. If you don't understand, drop a 2. Awesome, awesome. Okay, perfect. So we understand that the trade has to start here for the trade to activate. It has to close us out and profit here. And to honor our risk management, just in case this trade does not go upward to hit the take profit line, that means if it doesn't go that way and it turns around and comes down, that protects the trade, that protects our account, and we will have a risk. Okay? Oftentimes people confuse risk for loss. Okay, if you're honoring your risk, that's intentional. But if you're over leveraging, that's more of what we're saying a loss. Okay, so now everybody notice that these candlesticks did not come down and touch the entry line. If you see that none of these candlesticks came down and touched this line. If you see that, please drop a 1 in the chat box. If you don't see it, drop a 2. Perfect. Right. So with a Harmonic scanner, what I found out is that oftentimes it's hard to teach a new person buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, different order types when it comes to trading. And so what I decided to do was, I know how harmonic patterns work, and one of my old colleagues, Delonte, he used to teach me harmonic patterns. And so then I started applying one of the rules to the scanner. And that rule basically is going to put you inside the trade every single time the trade is going into a profitable direction. Okay. So notice that anybody who doesn't know, really doesn't even matter. If they didn't execute this trade and really kind of risk on the execution, nobody made money on this trade, because the buy limit would have to come down and go up. And then again, somebody that's completely new to the business, they don't understand what a buy limit is. It's kind of just overwhelming. So you want to just teach somebody simplicity. So we all understand that this trade did not activate if we did a limit order. So we all understand that. Drop a 1 if we understand. We understand. Perfect. So do y'all want to know how to always get the bag? If you want to know how to get the bag, no matter if it hits the line or not, give me a bag in the chat box. If you want to know how to secure the bag and sleep, set, and forget, there we go. Who want to make some money? Let's go. So I love this technique, guys. It's called the Fist for Life technique. You're literally going to do one thing. You're going to draw something from C to D, put the numbers in your phone, go about your day, go to sleep, go to work, go to the beach, cuss out the kids, whatever it is that you're doing, you'll be able to set and forget. So what you want to do is come to the left side of the screen. This is this toolbar used to be not available on the cell phone, but now recently, in like the past 2 months, IML has now allowed this feature to be available on the cell phone. So this was major for us, because it was hard oftentimes me personally, I actually don't use anything but my own trades. But when I would teach this, or if I wanted to send a signal from the scanner, I had to be at a laptop. So you can have a tablet, a cell phone, a laptop to use this technique, okay? So first thing I want you guys to know, you're going to end up using, you're going to come to the left side of the screen. The third menu bar down, you're going to see a pitchfork. You have to click on this little bitty icon right here to extend the menu over. When you extend the menu, I want you to come right here to fib retracement, okay? Fib retracement. And once we click on this retracement, you're going to draw it from C to D, and you're completely done. All right? Start over. You log into the scanner. You click one of these trades. Once it gives you sorry, does everybody understand what a fresh scan looks like? Who understands what a fresh scan looks like? Who does not understand what a fresh scan looks like? If you do not understand what a fresh scan looks like, drop a 2 in the chat box. If you do understand, well, if you don't, I just want to know who don't. If you don't understand what a fresh scan looks like, drop a 2 in the chat box. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so you have to understand that when you come to this tool, if you see any of these are called candlesticks, okay? If any of these candlesticks have touched the first line right here, it is not a fresh scan, especially for more so for a beginner. Anybody that's more developed, they know how to work this a little bit deeper. But on a basic level, if any of these candlesticks have touched this first line, it is no longer a fresh scan. Okay, I'm going to show you a fresh scan. Let's come here, see if we have one. Perfect. Do you see that none of these candlesticks have started in motion yet and have touched TP1? If you see that, for the people who dropped the 2, do you see that this there we go. So fresh scans have to hit, doesn't have anything to the right of D. I mean, have not touched TP1, okay? Fresh scans have not touched take profit 1. That means take profit, take me out of profit at this first level, okay? An old scan will have the candlesticks in formation and will have touched TP1. For those who dropped the 2, do you now have clarity? Do you need me to share another example? Do we need another example? Oh, we got it. Perfect. I'll show one more example. So this is let me show you an old scan and a fresh scan. So this is an old scan. This movement, candlestick, 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 touch, TP1. Okay. TP1 means I'm exiting out in profit. Here's my TP1 means close me out in profit. Okay. So this is TP1 right here. Anything that touched that line, candlestick, 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 boom, we made money, okay? So if we come to a fresh scan, candlestick, 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 but it has not hit TP1 yet, okay? So we have a lot of movement to take advantage of this trade. It has to come all the way up here, then boom, then we've made money when the candlesticks form and touch this line, okay? So that's the difference between a fresh scan and old scan. We got it now. If you got it, drop a yes. If you don't got it, drop a 2. We got it, drop a yes. We don't have it, drop a 2. Perfect. So, all right. So since y'all understand the first scan, then, and just remember, notice the 2 different things. This entry line was hit by these candlesticks, okay? So remember, with the Harmonic scanner, sometimes it does not hit the entry line. If it doesn't hit the green line, your trade will not turn on and you will not make any money, okay? See, like if we only had this entry line available for use, we would not have made money on this trade. But since it gave us 2 potential entries, then this one triggered, which means your trade turned, the gun went off on the start line, boom. We're running in motion, the money is being made, boom, 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 boom. It's dropping down. And once it crosses what? TP1, we've secured profits, okay? One thing you all have to notice as well, this is an hour time frame. Even if it was a 15-minute time frame, every single one of these candlesticks represent an hour. So this probably took about a day or so before it actually closed out in profit, okay? But the key to this is once you put the trade in your phone, don't think about it no more. Set and forget. and then just leave it alone. Okay. Oftentimes, majority of the time, the scanner does go into profit. I'm going to show you guys how oftentimes it hits TP1. So we're going to go from top to bottom just to build your confidence a little bit here. So EJ, hit take profit, right? That's one of them. We 1 for 1. GJ opened up in a gap, but it still hit take profit. That trade may have not activated for some people. GCAD hit take profit, right? And then it's hitting several profits along the way. Now, the take profit 2 and 3, I wouldn't recommend you take those yet until you learn something called trailing your stop or stop profit. Okay, that means you'll be able to make money. You'll be able to make more money, but you got to be able to also learn how to protect your trade once you're in profit. So learning how to do a stop profit and a trailing stop is something I would recommend once you try for TP2 and 3. Okay. Now TP1, nobody made money on the trade, honestly, even with the technique I know, because it actually just opened up at the TP1. So this wasn't a great strong pattern. Okay. The harmonic patterns are supposed to be something that has strength. It means it's indication that price will turn around. Just know that wasn't a strong pattern. Okay. What else we at? NZD. Let's look at AZ. Trade hit take profit, right? So a lot of times it's hitting take profit. Now, what you guys, here's the rules. So the rules are, let me draw the fibs on here so y'all can understand the rules. I'm going to draw it on the old scan first so it can look more, here we go. I'm looking for that pair that didn't have a entry line. Was it EJ? Wasn't EJ? Give me 1 second, guys. GJ. All right, so GKN. I guess it's hiding from. I had a pair that I was using as
was it was it GU?
GU. Is it the old GU? Because GU hadn't activated yet. That's a fresh scan. All right, it's okay. So I'm gonna just teach you guys the rules. So the rule says, oh, here's one. Perfect. Okay, this is perfect. So I wanted to use this as an example to show you guys that the entry line was not in a good position for us to make money. Okay, because none of these candlesticks touched this green line. That's our start line. It has to start here and close us out and profit here. So the backup, this is how you're always going to be able to secure a bag. You're going to go over here to the left side of the screen, hit fib retracement. Okay, fib retracement. Once you click on it, your mouse is, when it turns blue, that means the tool is loaded inside of your mouse. Okay, if you right click, it will take it out of your mouse. Okay, but if you click on it, it's now loaded in my mouse. If I just drag it, you guys see that's the fib tool we're about to use. If I right click, it'll take it off. Okay, so I clicked on it. All you're going to do is draw from C to D. Okay, now what I want you guys to know, you have to draw. Don't put it on the letters. What you're focusing on is the candlestick that's associated with the letter. Okay, this blue candlestick, it has a body. You're going to go from tip of the C, and you're going to go, I'm sorry, let me just bring it in. Tip of the C to tip of the D. You're going to go from tip to tip, because sometimes it may be a tip of a body, and sometimes it may be a tip of a wick. It changes depending on the scan. Okay, as long as you go from tip to tip, C to D, you are in the bag. Okay, so you grab the tool, it turns blue. That means it's in our mouse. Now, I don't have to have the mouse on top of the actual candlestick. If you all see this dotted line that's associated with my mouse, it's called a crosshair. That dotted line that goes up and down and left to right. I'm only focused on the dotted line being across the tip of this candlestick, okay? I could be all the way over here. And my dotted line, if y'all look at the C, go to the right side of my screen, look at the C, and my dotted line is still on the top of that candlestick, okay? That's what you want to focus on. So just give yourself a little room here, be on the left side, just a little bit there. Make sure that dotted line is on the tip of the tip there. Now, I was just dragging this down with my mouse, but sometimes the scanner gets sticky, okay? If it gets sticky and it just lets go, I don't have to hold this down and drag it. Once I click on C, I let go of the mouse and I just slide my mouse down. But if the scanner lets it go and it becomes sticky, just right click on your screen and then just come back and grab this little bubble. Okay, you see this bubble right here? You're gonna see a little zigzag line here. Just grab this bubble and drag it down. Just continue what you were doing. Okay, now you may want to just play with it because it will just log in one day and play with the scanner, dragging this from C to D. Now notice there are going to be sometimes when you get scans that where the C may be on the bottom. As long as you follow the ABC, C to D in the same exact order as our ABCs, you won't ever do this wrong. Okay. Now that's all the work we have to do. Log in, click on the field retracement tool, go from C to D, and you're done. Okay. Now, if that seems like a lot of hard work, let me know. Drop some tools in the chat box if that look like too much work. That's all you're going to have to do. After that, we're just going to our MetaTrader 4. Okay, we log in, get a fresh scan, click on the field retracement, go from C to D, right here at the tip. Okay. Was that, if anybody finds that easy, drop a 1. If you find it hard, drop a 2. Let me know who I'm talking to. C to D, that's all you have to do, okay? Now remember, when we finish the call, just log into the Harmonic scanner, go over there and play with it. Go to different charts. You can go to old charts as well. This is an old chart I'm using, an old scan, and just practice drawing from C to D, whether it's in the C is on top or whether the C is on the bottom, okay? C to D, and draw from tip to tip so you can get your fingers, your mouse kind of used to it, okay? But that's all you got to do. Come in, grab a tool, just like y'all used to a trend line. A trend line, you just do like this, right? It's the same amount of effort with this tool from tip to tip, okay? Boom, and that's it. Now, the key is you want to make sure this line, you see this little line here at the bottom, it has to be at the tip, okay? Because you got to make sure what numbers that we're going to bring on here is going to have to be precise. Now, wait a minute. Hold on one second. My fib numbers aren't showing. Now, there are usually ratios that are associated with all these colors. My numbers aren't showing right now. I think it's something because of something I did at this weekend in Houston. So if you ever find yourself not seeing, you see this number right here, 0. There's supposed to be a number at every single line right here, here, here. Every single one of these lines are supposed to have a number. So you click on the actual tool, click on Fibonacci. Just anywhere in the field. There you go. And it brings up this extra toolbar, okay? You're going to come here to the settings tool. Now, I don't know what's going on because it's interesting because it's saying my numbers are on the screen. I will show you how to change these numbers here shortly. So typically, if the numbers don't show, that means its check boxes aren't checked, but my check boxes are checked. Well, look at that. Somebody trying to slow down our bag tonight. Let me refresh the screen.
Slap that devil.
Somebody trying to. Let's go to a different. Let's go back to gold. Now, I never use RSI, so you guys see me, you will see me take this off because I don't have to look at a chart. This strategy is meant for you to set and forget and allow your money to literally go to work for you. C to D. Wow, my ratios aren't here. So I'm going to have to do this manual. Matter of fact, what's this? Gold on March 19th. Give me a second. And I would just draw it myself. So I'm going to show you guys what Fibonacci is supposed to look like. For some reason, the scanner isn't populating the ratios. All right, so while we're waiting on that to load, you guys need to notice the number 0.236, write this down. The ratio 0.236 like Mark like Jordan. That's going to be your entry price. 0.236. Whatever number is next to 0.236 is going to be an entry price. Let me show you guys what I mean, okay? So let's just use 1 hour frame. Let's come here. So the Fibonacci, so when y'all come to the Harmonic scanner, it typically looks like this. So I'm already going to have it loaded, okay? So now remember, the reason we're showing you guys this tool is because the entry line does not always trigger the trade. So the entry line may be up here. Right, let's pretend that's the entry line, and then price already went into profit, and whoever took that trade here did not make any money. But whoever took what I'm about to show you guys made some money, okay? So remember, the rule was what? What 2 letters do we draw from? What's the order of drawing the letters? Perfect, C to D. So we draw from C to D, all right? Same thing, the Harmonic scanner is intertwined with the trading view, okay? So it should look identical. So you're gonna come over here to the menu bar, go to Field Retracement. When you click on Field Retracement, we draw from C to D, okay? Now, do you guys see the numbers now over here? I know it's kind of mixed all up. I'm gonna show you how to adjust that, but as long as you can see the numbers, these numbers are supposed to be on the scanner, but for some reason it's not doing it right now, okay? And I'm going to show you a way to still know what the number is, so you don't have to worry about it not showing. I've never seen that before. It's the first time I've seen it do that. Now, so the key is this number in parentheses. Let me zoom in. Y'all see the 0.236? Can everybody see the 0.236? If you don't see it, please drop a 2. If you see it, drop a 1. If you don't see it, drop a 2. If you do see it, drop a 1. Okay, this right here. Perfect. Any 2s? Okay, perfect. So the number right here, can everybody tell me what number is in parentheses next to the 23 ratio? Perfect. So that's the only difference you're going to do. This is going to be your entry price on MetaTrader 4, and the rest of everything else is going to be the same. So the stop loss, wherever it's hiding, this isn't the same harmonic pattern. My harmonic is different from the one we actually drew out. But as long as you know the stop loss is going to go in your stop area on your phone, in your MetaTrader, and the TP1 is going to go in the take profit area in your phone, okay? So let me go to the scan. Let's get a fresh scan. And I'm going to draw this fresh scan out on Trading View. That way we have the right ratios, okay? So the rules are the same. We draw from C to D, from tip to tip of the D. And then, now guys, one thing you can do, you always remember that this first line is the 23 ratio, okay? Remember, this first line is the 23 ratio. Does everybody see what line I'm talking about? This first red pink line is going to be, it's always a 23 ratio. Does everybody understand that? Because since we don't have it popping up on the screen, just like over here, this first line is a 23 ratio. First line is a 23. This first line is a 23. Okay? As long as you remember the color, it's going to be a red color, because some of y'all might be like, oh, I thought the blue was the, no, just remember red in this instance is going to be go time, okay? We don't need, it's not a stop sign, it's a go, it's a green sign, okay? It's a go time. But the red line is going to be a 23. And I'm only telling y'all that now. I've never seen a harmonic scanner to glitch like this. But just so y'all know, if you need a backup rule, the red line is your 23 ratio. This is never going to be any other color outside of this when you use it. This is only going to change if you change it manually, okay? If I change the color like this, you know, if I come here, change the colors. So does everybody understand that the red line is 0.236? Who does not understand that? Drop a 2 for me. Drop a 2. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. We are all here to learn. Which color is the red? Oh, I just said it. I was going to say, what color is the 23 ratio? Perfect. All right. So y'all write that down in your notes just in case the harmonic wants to glitch on us again another day, okay? So just like over here, notice the directions are different. The C to D is going up on this side. C to D is going down. As long as you draw from C to D, you are in the safe zone. Our 0.23 is the red line, and the number in parentheses next to the 23 is our entry price for the trade, okay? The number in parentheses is our entry price for the trade, the number next to the 0.236, okay? And we're going to do a trade here tonight. So you're going to come here to either broker, don't matter. Come to GU, let's get a fresh thing. Oh, I'm already on GU. All right, so I'm already on GU, okay? We drew from C to D. Now, y'all see, everybody see my mouse, right? Look at the right side of the screen. Y'all see that little price action that's rolling up and down with me, that gray box? All you have to do is come down right here and put it right on top of the red line. That's going to tell you what the entry price is since the harmonic scanner is acting up right now. Okay? Put your mouse on top of the red line, right on top, and whatever number is in this gray box on the side of the screen, whatever number is associated with your mouse, that's your entry price, which is also the what? Number in parentheses next to the 0.236. Okay, so if everybody can grab their cell phone right now, I'm going to go draw this out in real time on TradingView so y'all can actually see the ratios. That was a what frame? Okay. This is a. Now, if you guys can't see what the pair name is, there's a toolbar hiding over here in the corner. Just put your mouse over there and drag it up. Okay. So this is a chart. This is a bullish chart. So we're going to come over here. What time frame is this? 425. Give me 1 second and draw this in. All right. Wait, let me find my boom, boom, boom. All right, let me check this drawing. What's the date on this? 4/25.
Looks good.
Boom, boom. Perfect. Okay. So this is what the harmonic scanner does. It's able to find these patterns inside of different pairs. And when these patterns form, it's an indication that price is about to go into a reverse method. So if it's going down from C to D, it's going to go up. Okay. And then the reverse. If C to D was going up, if the D is on top, it's a sell. If the D is on the bottom, it's a buy. Okay. Y'all can write that down. If the D is on the bottom, it's a buy. If the D is on the top, it's a sell. D on the bottom, it's a buy. If the D is on the top, it's a sell. If anybody needs me to repeat that, please drop a 1 in the chat box. D on the bottom, buy. There we go. D on the top, sell. Perfect. Thank you, sir. All right, so then let's pretend this is the harmonic scanner. We come in. Oh my God, we got a fresh scan. Let's put C to D on the chart. We got our red right here. Red right here. So whatever number is in parentheses next to the 23 is our entry price. So if everybody can go to their cell phones, you can go to your demo or live account. If you want to do demo for now, so y'all won't blame me tomorrow. The pair is GPB USD. Okay. Let's place it in our demo as a unit. If anybody needs some more time, drop a 2. Everybody go to your MetaTrader 4, go to the pair GU, which is GPB USD. This is a pair, which is also up here. This is the pair name, okay? All right. Then, now notice that they gave us a better entry price this time, but just in case that they don't, y'all got to remember, this trade, this technique you want to use every single time. You can also use the scanner entries, but this one you want to use every single time because it's always guaranteed to put you in a trade. The only way you miss a trade is if the scanner goes into the prediction was incorrect, or if the markets open up in a gap. Okay, a gap means it's just going to jump over the entry price and it won't trigger the trade. Okay, but this is guaranteed that you get in the trade every single time. So we went from C to D. The red line is our entry price. So can somebody drop in the chat box, since we don't have the actual numbers on our fibs right now, can somebody drop in the chat box besides Mike what the entry price would be right now, according to what you see? According to the rules, what's the entry price? I gotta move my mouse right quick so I can come see the chat box. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Let's see. Uh-oh. Perfect. All right, so the entry price is right, Anthony, 29.07. Okay. Now, these are always going to be stop orders. Great question. They're always going to be stop orders with the field technique. It's either going to be a buy stop or a sell stop. So if the D is on the bottom and you know it's a buy, it's going to be a buy stop order. If the D is on the top and you know it's a sell, it's going to be a sell stop order, okay? So stop orders only for the field technique. So stop orders only. So this is a buy stop. Sorry about that. So buy stop, GPB USD. Everybody hit trade. And let me close this out. Let's hit trade. It's a buy stop order because the D is on the bottom. And we just said our entry price in the chat box. Our entry price is 1.29077. Okay, or 0. There we go. 1.29077. That gray box on the far right of the screen. Remember, the red line is the 23 ratio, just in case the scanner wants to be glitching that day, okay? Can somebody tell me what the stop loss is? Wait a minute. Does everybody have the entry price? And does everybody understand where the entry price came from? If you don't understand where the entry price came from, please drop a 2 in the chat box real quick. We will go back over it. If you don't understand where the entry price came from, please drop a 2 in the chat box. Perfect. Anybody else? Perfect. So do y'all understand us drawing from C to D? Let me make sure you understand that part. So Toya and Godson, do you understand us drawing from C to D? Yes or no? Toya and Godson, do y'all understand drawing from C to D? Okay, perfect. So do y'all understand that the 0.236, whatever number is in parentheses, so let me show you, because the reason I'm using the red line right now is because the scanner is glitching. Y'all see how this right here has a number in parentheses next to it? It's supposed to be a number next to every single one of these lines, but the scanner is acting up right now. So I had to go to trading view so y'all can see how it would really look. So this is what it's supposed to look like in the scanner, okay? But it's not acting right tonight. So y'all see this number in parentheses? 2913. We're gonna go with the scanner ratio. We're gonna go with the scanner though, because my drawing might not be as precise. But the number next to the number 0.236, whatever number is in parentheses next to the 0.236 is what you're gonna put in your MetaTrader 4. Okay. So Toya and Godson, do y'all understand how to use the MetaTrader 4? Okay, perfect. So buy stop order. And so the reason we had the reason, remember, we don't, since this ratio is not showing up right here, the safety net we have in place is we just put the mouse right on top of the red line to get our entry price. Right on top. 29.77. Okay, well, y'all get it, right? Somewhere in there, right? As long as you got 29.07. There we go. So do y'all get it now where that came from? Since it's glitching, we had to put the mouse on top of the red line. And if you look to the far right in that toolbar, Toya and Godson, far right, that gray little number right there. There you go. That's what we got the entry price from, okay? Now, that's anybody still don't understand what we got the entry price from? Drop a 2 in the chat box. We're only using the red line right now because the Harmonic scanner is glitching. But usually you don't have to do this. Usually it's going to give you the ratios and you just put the number right in, okay? But it's still not hard. You just draw from C, put your mouse right on top. Clinton, okay, great. All right, Clinton, do you understand drawing from C to D? Okay, perfect. So now come over here, look at the trading view screen for me. No. Let's see if it took me out of there. I guess I could just log in. 1 second. US dollar. That was GU was in. Okay, great. So let me draw it again. I'm just gonna draw fibs on the screen. It doesn't have to be in the right order. So when I draw the fibs on the screen, y'all see that the fibs have all these ratios next to it, and that the scanner does not have the ratios next to it. So we have to put our mouse on top of this red line because the scanner is glitching tonight. All right. But typically Fibonacci looks like that. Looks like this. It has some numbers next to it. Whatever numbers in parentheses is our entry price. All right. So Clinton, do you understand that? We don't have the numbers popping up on the parentheses tonight. So we have to manually find what the number is. Okay. We manually find what the number is by putting our mouse on top of the red line. Does that make sense? Perfect. There we go. We have to manually find our 0.236 entry price. So it's not going to tell us 0.236 because we already know that this red line is that number, okay? All you got to do is put your mouse on top of the red line. That's going to be your entry price.
Good evening. This is Philippine. How can I help?
Hello?
Would that be bar soap, sir?
Would that be, I'm sorry, what you say?
Or somebody whose line got unmuted, so I got that taken care of.
Oh, okay. So, okay, cool. So we understand C to D. D on the bottom is a buy. D on the top is a sell. It's only for stock orders. And the only reason we're putting the mouse on top, I never have to do this, guys. I've never had to do this. I've been using this since 2017. I've never had to put my mouse on top of the red line like this. So it's something going on with the scanner, okay? But since I'm glad we had this problem, so you guys won't run into this. And that's right. So you guys won't run into this. So we manually find the 23 by putting our mouse on top of the red line. And so once we do that, our entry price is 2.29077. All right. So now we have our entry price. So everybody understands the entry price? Who does not understand the entry price? Drop a 2, drop a 2. If you don't understand the entry price. Perfect. Now, does everybody know where the stop loss is? Ooh, I'm on 2%. I got to go get the charger. Can somebody drop in the chat box what the entry price is? The entry price is, I'm gonna run to go. I mean the stop loss. Stop loss, stop loss.
Could you give me the entry price again, please? Thank you.
Sorry guys, I'm usually more prepared. This laptop is about to die. Oh. Whew. Okay. So stop loss is, yes it is, 27,927. Woo, I'm out of breath. All right, so entry price is the 0.29077 and the stop loss. So we grab our MetaTrader 4. Everybody put the stop loss in 1.27927. Ooh, I'm out of breath. Yeah, I'm young and out of shape. So the pair is GPB USD. The order is a buy stop because D is on the bottom. For those who just understand price action, you understand that it's clearly just a buy trade, but it's only a buy stop. Stop loss is 1.27927, and our take profit is going to be whatever number is next to the TP1. Okay, now these take profits actually correlate. Do y'all see how these lines from the fibs, they correlate right on top of the take profits? Y'all see that? Like if I drag this back up, ooh, wrong one. If you ever move the scanner, by the way, it'll pop back in place, okay? So you guys don't have to panic on that. I'm trying to grab this fib. Okay, so notice the scanner has take profits, TP 1, 2, and 3. Well, if you put this the Fibonacci on there, it's right on top of the same ones, okay? So that's why I was telling you guys, this scanner does use Fibonacci. It's just the scanner doesn't use the 23 as an entry price, okay? So, and then the last piece was our take profit. Can somebody tell us what the take profit is in the chat box? Perfect, 1.29585. So perfect. So then everybody's trade should go blue. The bar should turn blue, and then you just press place, okay? And that's all the work you have to do. I know it seemed a little bit more, in depth and elongated because we had to teach it a little bit, but that's it. We log in, go to the brokers, click a fresh scan, draw from C to D, put our mouse on top of the red line just in case the 23 ratio doesn't show. But if we have the 23 right there, you just, whatever number's in parentheses, you just put that in your MetaTrader, okay? Let me come up here to TradingView and show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's delete this off. Let's try to draw the scan again. All right, so when you log into the scanner, guys, usually all you have to do is this, draw from C to D. Again, this is the scanner. Use your imagination with me real quick. Let me take these volumes off. All right, so typically you just draw from C to D, and it's going to give you the ratio, okay? So this is what we will usually do. Now, my harmonic isn't perfect, so that's why the numbers are off, okay? But this is the concept. Scanner is already in place. Grab a fibs, C to D, whichever order it's in. This number is our entry price, and then we use the scanner stop and take profit, okay? That's the whole thing, guys. Was that does that make sense? No, hold on. How long do you typically? How long will trades typically? Rejoice to tap. It varies from trade to trade. These trades, the scanner does it on different time frames. It could take an hour. It could take 6 hours. It could take 2 days. Once the trade is in your phone, you don't have to do anything else because remember, all of these little blue and red candlesticks represent 1 hour. Okay. Now, if you guys go back and back test this, meaning if you just go back into history, All right, if you go back into history,
129,585.
right here, let's go to old one.
50. 129,585.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll go back to it. So if you go back to an old scan, you can count it. You can count these candlesticks and see how long it took before this actually took profit. This has a lot of consolidation, little bitty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And honestly, you don't have to do that. If you come right here, let me let y'all know this too. The candlestick that's aligned with the letter D does not count towards the scan. Okay, so do this. Anything to the right of D is new. If you put your mouse right on top of the letter D, you see this vertical dotted line on my screen. Vertical dotted line on my screen. Anything to the right of that vertical line is a new candlestick. Okay, so this is new right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not going to count all these candlesticks. All I'm going to do is put my mouse right on top of D. There's a date at the very bottom. It says April 17th, that gray box. April 17th, okay, and it took profit right here on April 23rd. All right, somebody's like, man, that's a long time. But guys, it's not a long time. You just place it in your phone and you forget about it. Now, if you want to go right here to the scan a 15-minute time frame, some of these do, I'm not going to say they happen faster, but sometimes they do, okay? So look at this one. This is a 15-minute frame. It's a smaller frame. They typically mean, it's supposed to mean that they happen faster, but they don't happen faster all the time, because I can show you guys something. If I go down to like an older scan, USD Swiss, well, these are happening a little faster, but the return on the pips are a little bit tighter. You're going to get about 10 pips, which is still money, right? 10 pips. But with the scanner, sometimes it will scan the exact same scanner. It will scan the same pattern for a 1 hour or 15-minute frame. So we may have seen GPB USD on a 15-minute frame, or we may see it on a 1 hour frame. But it's only going to populate if that frame creates a pattern. Okay, they may be too deep, but just remember, you can come down here to a 15-minute time frame. Okay. 15-minute, and you can count these candlesticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it only took an hour before it take profit. But notice when you do C to D, now notice this didn't hit the green line, so nobody made money if they use this as an entry price. But if they do C to D, tip to tip, and then since we got to use manually, our entry price is the gray box. So that if you use a 23, that would have been 1.0063. The take profit was at 68, so it was only about a 6 pip take profit. So 6 pips times your investment is what you made on that trade. Okay, so I usually prefer a bigger return, so I go over here to the 1 hour frame. Okay, so H1. So from right here to the take profit is about 40 pips. Okay, so that's the difference. If you want to go in about 8 to 10 pips with the 15 minutes, you can do that. Just put multiple positions in, I guess, so you can get some type of return from it. Okay, so how long does a trade take? So we understand that. Where do the questions go? All right, so Pauline, do you understand how to place a trade? It's a real one. It's a real one. Pauline, do you understand how to place a trade? Oh, okay. Well, you definitely want to get used to that. So do you have MetaTrader 4 on your phone? As I trade strictly from my phone, I travel a ton. I never use a computer. So do you see GPP USD on your phone? Do you see the pair name? What currency is what is for? Godson, can you repeat your question? And Pauline, do you see the currency name? Okay, so once you go, do you have an iPhone or Android? Okay, so Android, you press your finger on top of the currency pair, just hold it, and you're going to see something that says new order. Let me know when you see new order. What currencies was the trade? Would you say? If you look at the top of the screen, right above the letter C, right here, That's the pair. The currency name is always going to always be right there. Pauline, do you see new order? You just kind of hold on it. Just tap on that pair. It's going to bring up a second menu. And you should see new order. Now, if you don't see it on that side, just go to the trade menu. Go to the trades section. No, it's okay. I got time. Go to the trade section. In the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a plus sign. We're going to get you placing this trade tonight. Top right-hand corner, press the plus sign. And you should be able to change your pair 9 inside that section. Plus sign. And you should see the currency name at the very, very top. And you can tap on that black box. You can tap on that drop down. It's going to bring up all the currency pairs. You can tap on it then, okay? Y'all make sure y'all take care of Pauline. Make sure she plays that trade tonight. But does that make sense, guys? I can do a quick overview. Do we need to change? No, Vibs is already default. It's already in place. All you do is log in, draw from C to D, put the entry price in, take profit and stop loss, you're done. Guys, do you have an Android or iPhone? Anybody got an Android on the phone, on the line? Okay, that's easier. Okay, I can teach you iPhone. Okay, so go to your quote screen or trade screen, whichever one. Let's start with the quote screen. Type in, do you see GBP USD? No, this was a buy stop. This is a buy stop. We only use stop orders. Don't forget the rules. Stop orders only. Okay, so when you click on GBP USD, just hold your finger on top of that line item. You should get a second menu to pop up. You should see trade. Perfect. At the very, very top, there's 3 letters. You should see GBP USD. And then you're going to see the word execution. You may see execution right there if it hasn't been used yet. Tap on the word market execution. It's going to extend the menu tab. You're going to get some buy limit, sell limit. So how much can you stop order? For this technique, you only use stop orders because it won't work without. It's not going to work with any other trade, any other order type. With this one, you have to use stop orders because it won't work with any other type. Like when you understand how, like a buy limits have to drop down and go up, and then the trade won't allow it to go in because it won't turn, the bar won't turn gray because of the way the numbers are in the system. Okay, so once you click on market execution, click the word buy stop. Right. And then remember, we put our mouse on top of the red line because the scanner is glitching tonight. So our entry price was like $29.70. Was it 29? We don't have to be like the same number, but it's good enough, right? Hold on. Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. It was like 0.29077. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of tedious on my end. But you put your mouse on top of this red line. You see this gray box over here? That gray box is going to give you the entry price when you put your mouse on top of the red line, okay? Whether you use 0.77 or 73, that's just a pipette on the end. So as long as it's 2907 in there, you're good, okay? 1.2907, 3 or 7, doesn't matter. 2907. And then there you go. Michael just put in there. So 1.29077 is the entry price. And then you're going to use this word right here says stop loss. The next line item you should see says stop loss. So put that number in there. And the one below that says take profit. This TP means take profit. You put those numbers in that box, okay? Entry is the gray box on our mouse. Or you know what? I'm tripping. Y'all could just use this line right here. You can put a horizontal line on top of it like this. You can use that. You can do that as well, so you don't have to be so tedious with trying to like put your mouse on it. Okay. It's crazy how that number is different. But did that make sense to you, Dotson? All right, so you can come over here if y'all want to, get a horizontal line. Remember, we're only doing all this extra stuff because the scanner wants us to give us the ratios, okay? The server is only doing, let me see what's going on with this. All right, perfect. But anybody catch that? You just grab a horizontal line, put it on top of the red line, and that'll be your entry price. Or you can use your mouse. Either one works. It's going to give you the same number. It doesn't matter.
I'm not seeing the red line.
So this red line right here from the Fibonacci, this red line right here, you see it underneath the blue?
Yes.
That's the line. That's really the 23 ratio, but the scanner is glitching. It should look like this. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, well, it's not letting me do it. You see the 0 at the bottom right here? This is supposed to have a 20.236 with numbers next to it, but it's not letting us do it. Oh man, I don't know all that. But that's the red line. So what you can do, you can either put your mouse on top of the red line and look to the far right hand corner for that gray box. That's your entry price. Or you can just come and get a line, a horizontal line, and put it on top of the red line. And that's still this, oops, and that's still gonna be this number right here still. Whoa, it's deleting all the entry prices. Scanner couldn't out today. You see this blue box right here?
Yes.
I took that line from here and put it on top of this red line because I need an entry price number.
I think the problem is it's not showing as a red line on my screen. It's not showing. I'm not seeing the red line on my screen. It's not showing as a red line.
What color do you have?
I'm seeing like a sort of greenish line. And all the way to the bottom, I see a red line. All the way down where it says stop.
Right here, stop.
Yeah, that's the only red line I'm seeing. Yes.
Okay. So if you're this is a second rule I can give you. The 23 is going to be the first line from the D side. Now we usually don't have to do all this because remember it's supposed to just give us like this. It's supposed to just give us the numbers. See the numbers on here?
Yes.
It's supposed to just do that. I've never seen it do this before. So since it's not giving us these numbers, we have to rig it up a little bit. So whatever first line is coming up towards from the D, that's the 23. As long as you draw it in order from C to D, just go from D up to the first line. That's your 23 line right there, okay? No matter what color it is, because I could change this whole thing black. I still know that if I go from D and go up, that first line is my 23.
Okay.
Okay. So let me show you a different example on the let me show you on the sales side. I'm going to extract my Fibonacci, go from C to D. Then remember, the first line right here is 23, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And at least it's giving us a 0. So it's going to go 0, 23, 382. Hold on. See the 0? The next number that follows 0 is always 23, okay? So you can remember that as well. The next ratio to follow the 0 is always a 23. So since we have the 0 on the screen, and you be like, man, which line is it? Just look for 0. The next number after 0 is a 23 line, okay?
Okay.
You promise you got it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome. So you guys see that C to D, 23 triggered right here at the wick. We took profit right here. All right. For those of you who want to know, for those of you who know how to trail, you can go for all 3 take profits. For those who know how to trail a profit, once you're 23, let me back up a little quick, make sure y'all got this. So did everybody place the trade? Everybody give me a little secret sauce too. Did everybody place the trade? Are we good?
Yes.
Y'all make sure y'all take care of Pauline now. Does anybody not get it? Drop a 2. We can send you the recording, or Mike can, take care of you. Awesome.
Pauline, we're only taking care of you if we get some breadfruit when we come to Jamaica.
Perfect. So let's do this real quick. I'm gonna log out and show y'all how easy this is. So I'm gonna log in. I'm trying to fill my username password. What's my password? Log in. I look for a fresh scan. The drop down menu. GU. I see the pair name is GU. I go get my field. C to D. Boom. Boom. Remove this RSI out my way. And zoom in a little bit so I can make sure I'm precise on my tip to tip. Boom, boom. Grab my, I already did the field, I'm tripping. That's it. I would grab me a horizontal line if I just want to keep it more simpler. Get right on top of the red line. And I grab my phone. And it's a buy stop order because the D is on the top, on the bottom. Entry price 1.2904. Stop loss is 27.93. And the take profit is 1.2959. And press place. All right, it took me 15 seconds to do that. Okay. Now you guys will get used to doing it, if you log in. The last thing we are working on is waiting for the company to create alerts for this. Also, I've been trying to work with the team to see if they can add the 23 ratio as an entry price just by default, since it already uses Fibonacci. It will make this way much simpler, but it's already simple, guys. So you log in, boom, boom, C to D, entry price is 23, and you use the regular take profits and start loss, and you set and forget. I have no idea when the trade would trigger. Also keep in mind your risk, because just in case news or something comes out, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. But that's pretty much the whole session. Do we have any questions or concerns? Yay! Pauline to the trade. Do we have any questions or concerns? Everybody's good?
Woo! Boy, that's some good information.
This was so good. Wow.
That's it, guys. So just set and forget and go about day. And this is something you can teach the next person, somebody you roll in. This isn't science. So just C to D, get the bag. And it was a pleasure. Thank you all so much. Looking forward to meeting everybody.
Thank you, Britt.
My name is Burrell. Y'all can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I can drop in the chat box. Instagram, Burrell Music. And my Facebook is Burrell2. Okay.
Yeah, I think on that B, that is a BU Burrell, a BB. That's a BU in that Instagram.
Oh, I typed it wrong. I'm sorry, y'all.
Now it's on, just so they'll know, when they go to the video that you have, the video that you that you have, it just breaks it down. Now that you've gone through this, you're going to have a lot of clarity when you look at her video, and she just breaks it down and walk you through the rules And all her Instagram and information is right there as well, just in case you don't catch it here.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mike.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Britt.
Britt, we thank you so much, so much.
No problem.
You're out there traveling and jet setting the world. So you know when you get ready to come to South Florida, we got you.
I got you, man. I'm gonna let you know.
Let us know. We would definitely love to have you and have the team to meet you as well.
Absolutely.
Guys, let's put a 111 in the chat. Britt, rocking and rolling. So patient. Laying it down. Laying it down like marble tile. Nice. So Britt, you know, right before you go, I just wanted to, and you spend extended time with us, but I just want you to just take a quick moment before we close out and just kind of, you know, one of the things that you were sharing with me that really stood out, you talked about when you got started in October of 2017, how, you know, you had given yourself a time frame that you were looking to retire to develop that skill. And I think in about a 6-month time frame, you really developed the skill. But what kind of time did you put in? What was your mindset?
Man, it was desperation. I was working so hard, and I only really wanted to supplement my income. I had no idea all this would take place. But when I first started IML, I was serious about it, but I realized how much more serious I could have been when Christopher Derrick and another guy took an account to an extreme amount of money. Started with a 3-digit and grew up to 5 digits in like 5 days. So anyway, I didn't know IML TV existed for the first 90 days. I was one of those people came in. You know, one thing about IML guys is we have the opportunity to make money, but you definitely want to try to train your mindset to focus on the skill because money will come. So October 21st, 2017, I put myself on a 6-month learning regimen. I still have the documentation, and I've never been that committed. I've never been that obsessed about learning something in my entire life. And I had already been introduced to trading about a year or so prior to that, but I couldn't afford the class. They wanted 10 grand. I was like, man, I don't have that money. So I actually approached IML like it was going to be taken away from me at that cheap cost. So I said, man, I got to hurry to learn the skill because I just didn't know. I was just like desperate. So like I said, 7 to 7, I was working, got home, relaxed a little bit, slept from 11 to 2 a.m., got up from 2 to 6, study, got off work. Went to work, did it all over again every single day. I played the drums. I told Pastor I'm not playing on extra services. Y'all will only see me on Sundays. So every single weekend, I was sitting here for over 12 hours a day, just studying and pounding the skill. Now that I know how easy it is to trade, I think it would have been easier, you know, during my process. But actually, the 6 months was just my learning regimen. I had no idea I was going to be able to retire from corporate in 6 months. It just was like, oh my God. About 100 days later, I knew how to trade. It didn't take the whole 6 months. My biggest class was emotional intelligence. That's why I tell people, focus on the skill, focus on the skill, focus on the skill. I actually stayed in demo for 6 months. So when I started trading live, I had to get over that emotional intelligence aspect, you know, being greedy and, you know, chasing trades and stuff like that. Even if I had great entry, I just got used to over leveraging. And so it took me about 15 months to get that, you know, under wrap. But now trading is just the easiest thing I do. It's a subconscious activity. I don't even think about it. I don't spend any time on the charts, by the way, guys. I don't look at charts. I don't study charts no more. I used to break down to like 30 to 40 a day. I studied Christopher Derrick, by the way. That's the only person I listened to the entire 6 months. You know, just be committed to learning the skill. Be thankful for where you are. You know, I think what helped me a lot was learning to have more gratitude for my job at the time and just saying I'm so happy and grateful I'm making a living while I'm working on my fortune. Because what happened is God won't bless you for you know, all this wealth and what you really want if you don't take advantage and have gratitude for what you have now. So now just, you know, teaching, you know, really I'm just focused on sharing right now. But last year all I did was teach. But how many trades do I place in a week? It depends. I actually I'm in a position now where I'm, you know, kind of helping people to learn how to send signals and everything. But I don't have to look at trades. I mean, I literally, like that trade right there, I probably won't look at it till another couple of hours. You know, I really beat in emotional intelligence into me, and I'm very confident. I'm about a 95%, 93% trader. So I'm really about getting into the market and just letting the money go to work, because I studied how to do it, because that's what I wanted to be. I studied the type of trader I wanted to be. So I wanted to be that person where I can make money in my sleep. I wanted to be able to sleep at night, because I used to have it in my phone, in my shower, in my car, and at work, sneaking around at work. I used to have my phone in my face at all times. So now, I mean, I've beat it into me so much, sometimes I forget I'm in a trade. So the way I trade, somebody asked me how many trades do I place them once. It depends on my mood, you know. Like I can see, like I know 1 week I was just trading GNZD for 2 weeks because it was just trending down. I trade with the trend. I get in the trade. I actually know where the trade is going to go most of the time, so I don't really have problems with entry, if that makes sense. I'm in position. So you know how you got like a sniper and they're just in position waiting? Well, my trade is in position, or just like that trade we just did, that's exactly how I trade. And if it hits tonight, if it hits tomorrow, I don't worry about it. I don't have any favorite pairs. I study complete price action. So everything, I can identify a pair just from looking at price action. I don't have to know the name of the pair. So I trade everything because I know I don't use any indicators. I use straight price action, just candlesticks. It's a naked chart. I used to, my first probably 3 months, I was so busy tracing everybody's technique and everybody's strategy where I became a master of none. So that's another thing you guys want to focus on. Our company has so much value and so much information. You kind of get lost in the sauce, right? So you want to find something that works for you. And then the only way you're going to know it worked if you back test, okay? So the way I learned how to trade was I would back test. And I know so many different strategies, but the way I trade is so simple, guys. The way I just traded tonight is still how I trade. It's so simple. So you want to focus on a skill. You want to master intelligence. Like, I don't know if y'all see on this wall, this chart right here, like my finger pointing at right here. I've had that chart since 2017. And that chart says, you know, everything I needed to master. Emotional intelligence, no greed effect, no fear of loss, no chasing trends, all of that. And the only reason I was able to master emotional intelligence, guys, I didn't read any books. I didn't study trading psychology. I literally created an affirmation for it. I'm so happy and grateful and I'm not greedy. I'm so happy and grateful I don't chase trades. I'm so happy and grateful because what I realize is that I have a skill. I don't have to worry about not growing money. So why am I being so anxious and so all over the place? We are basically farmers. We could plant a seed of mental skill into the market and grow money like no other. So you have to be grateful and treat this like a profession. That's a lot of people don't do. They treat this like a gamble. They treat it like a hobby. They treat it like something that's just going to kind of come and go. And I say, listen, if I don't honor my disciplines, my why won't ever get to hear that I completed something. You know, I told my mom I want to retire my mom. My grandma passed in October. Before that, I wanted to buy her a handicap van. I wanted to invest in my sister's performing arts academy. And I said, if I keep trading with irresponsibly, just like drinking and driving, then I can never say, I told you so. They're only going to tell me I told you so, right? So you want to have completion at the end of your sentences, and you want to be disciplined. If you say, how can you master money? How can you master emotional intelligence? I was desperate enough. You know, you either going to keep learning the lesson or someday you're just going to decide to learn the lesson. So I decided to learn the lesson, right? And so that's the mentality you have to have. If you need to read a book on trading psychology and emotional intelligence, do that. But trading is 95% emotional. I was buying a car yesterday and the guy tells me, I told him I was a day trader. He said, man, I can't do that, man. I'll be greedy, man. I was like, because you're not trying to study how not to be greedy. Guys, we can unlearn anything. You just got to put in the effort not to. You know, don't rush the process just because you've been learning how to trade for 12 months, 2 years, 5 years. Don't feel like you should know how to trade by now, right? It's depending on how much discipline you're beating into yourself. You can't know how to buy something if you haven't been doing the right curriculum and the right activity for it to manifest, right? What you plant is going to reap. So if you plant laziness, lack, greed, that's what's going to reap. That's what you're going to manifest, right? So I created the affirmations so I wouldn't manifest the wrong skill set, right? So you guys just take it mad seriously. You know, I don't mind coming to Florida, doing a hands-on training, you know, just take it serious, guys, and have gratitude. Remember, consider the alternative. If you're not going to do this, what else are you going to do? What are you going to be doing? Working so hard, even though I'm younger. You know, people's like, I was working 8 years like a crazy. Like, I got a little gray hair here from working so hard, you know. So I decided I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to work that hard. My mentor, one of the guys I met, he learned how to trade off YouTube for 8 years. I said, I give 8 years. And it didn't take 8 years. It took 100 days. It took 15 months. So, you know, I'm just scratching the surface. I'm definitely not where I want to be. So, you know, I see you guys, you know, in IM, and make sure you're there. Don't miss the event. What the techniques do you teach? And I actually am a naked. If you want to know how I trade, I give 3 people to look at: Christopher Derrick, Stevenson Lindor, and Luca Longmire. I think a lot of people use indicators because they don't learn price action, but price action is the indicator. It is the easiest thing to trade. It is the easiest thing. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I have something up my sleeve that I'm gonna have to share with a company. I'm working on something getting patent right now so I can release it to the whole company. But just take it seriously. Isolate what you learn, focus on what you learn, and don't learn everything, or you just be scattered for 2 years, for 12, 5 years. The reason people don't learn how to trade is because they scattered. So find something, master it. Again, I only looked at Christopher Dare for 6 months. I didn't look at nobody. And it takes discipline to keep the blinders on, because you're going to compare yourself. You're going to have fear of missing out because this person just enrolled and they made $5,000. You're going to feel like, oh, man, they just made this technique. I got to learn that. No, you got to be so disciplined in cutting down the noise. Isolate the noise. I even muted the chats. You got to mute the chat sometimes. Like, I got to focus on that. So whatever you focus on expands, and make it happen, guys. So thank you all for your time. If Mike bring me back and ask some more questions, I can do it.
Wow. Good, we love you.
Woo! Boy, that was fire. Listen, I'm so excited. I got goosebumps. Oh, my goosebumps. Boy, that was hot. Well, I tell you guys, I told you, get ready tonight. It's going to be fire. She can go all night. And I can tell you just my own personal testimony. And I shared it with Britt the next day. I came home from that breakfast meeting. It's just amazing how God works. And I came home, I got right on the Harmonic scanner. I never really looked at the Harmonic scanner like that. And I implemented her technique between that time, about 5 o'clock, about 3 o'clock on Thursday to Friday morning. I got up at 8 o'clock and I did a trade. I sent that USD CAD trade out to the team that I saw on the Harmonic scanner, and people made money. I just utilized that strategy, $927 made. And I traded for I've traded for a whole hour between the 2 days.
Wow.
It's just, I was like, it is this easy? And so, Britt, we're going to let you go. We appreciate you. We know that your team probably blowing up your phone right now, looking for their coach and mentor. So, Coach Burrell, thank you so much. Thank you
Let's
so much.
do it again sometime. You guys are amazing anytime.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye, you have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night. Wow, team.
Well, guys, I'm gonna make sure once I can get this uploaded and what have you, get this recording out to everybody so that you can follow up on it, and definitely grab the information in the chat, the link that she put in the chat, so it can be available to each and every one of you. All right. So with that being said, Marlene, want to share anything before we go?
Guys, no, just go ahead and practice what she taught tonight. I have started drawing Fibonacci. Woo! I always thought fibs were so hard until Brittany showed Michael in 2 minutes what fib is. Guys, I'm drawing fib. And
Marlene drawing fibs.
Yeah, I'm drawing fib and doing retracements and everything. I have a trade right now. I draw the fibs on US 30 and I know where it's going. So this is me drawing fib because of Brittany. So guys, let's stop thinking things is hard and let's get this thing done. Man, I love you all. Let's make this money. All right?
All right, everyone. We want to see how your profits are in this trade. I'm in the trade right now, my live account. I can't wait, and looking forward to seeing more success. Guys, put a 1 in the chat or unmute yourself if this was beneficial to you.
Mike, it was phenomenal, man. That was great, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely, Big E.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Woo!
Hey, Mike, you got to show us how you draw those fibs on the phone.
On the phone, okay. I
taught me.
I can definitely show you how to show you how to do the fibs on the phone. If you guys want to stay around for a minute, I can show you exactly how to do it. I bring my phone up.
We supposed to be trained.
Yes, Mike, we appreciate that very much.
We're already in the trade. I'm gonna have Marlene to talk to you for a minute. I gotta go take a health break.
Michael is so excited. He got to take a health break. Guys, so I am so excited. We met Brittany on. This is how God works. We were at dinner. We were at the hotel, and we invited a chairman out for breakfast with us. And he said, I'm really hanging out with my girl Brittany. So Michael sort of bring her too, because that's how we are. You hanging out with somebody, bring that person. And we were sitting down at breakfast at La Peep, and she said, I could show you a simple way to win just about 95+% of all your trade. And I say, I grabbed my phone to record her, thinking it was going to be like an hour. And she told my colleague in 2 minutes. I'm like, that's it? I'm like, on. So guys, I am so excited. She's not even on our team. She's actually on in David's team, but under some very young chairman. And they are killing it trading. I met one of the young guys. He made $3 million trading in the last 12 months using their signals and the harmonic scanner. His father made $1 million trading. So guys, there is money. We have great testimony on this team, and very soon you'll be hearing of the $1 million testimony on this team.
Amen.
If we block out the noise and implement this strategy. The harmonic scanner, if IML never does anything in life again, the harmonic scanner is a tool that you need. That's your foundation. We have pivots that Elaine talked about last time, which is awesome. But guys, the teacup strategy, but what she said tonight was key. Pick something that works for you and run with it. Don't be all over the place. Pastor Denelvi has discovered price action that works for him, and that's the route he's going. Elaine might be pivot, that's the route she's going. But pick something that aligns with your personality and your time frame, and let's get this money done. Okay? Micah, back.
All right. So let me do this.
Your phone or my phone?
My phone, thank God I got a case on it. All right, so let me just show you how to draw a fib. So give me 1 minute, everybody.
You see on your phone?
On the phone. I'm gonna show it on the phone. All right. Everybody good?
Okay. Everybody good.
Sound like Michelle.
That's me.
All right.
Give the testimony of a full day trading.
Is that Android or iPhone?
It doesn't matter. It's on the MC4, okay?
All right.
Doesn't matter. So give me 1 minute. All right. So Michelle, while I'm setting this up, love to hear your powerful testimony today.
First day of trading.
Which one?